New at noon, Morehouse, Spelman, and Clark Atlanta are announcing plans to reopen campus to some students in the spring. The colleges plan to offer a hybrid spring semester starting February 1st, 2021. Select courses will be offered in person while others will be offered virtually. And while there won't be a spring break, students will get a break from March 31st to April 2nd. There's also a mandatory face covering policy, with the schools offering one washable face mask to students and employees. And the schools say everyone on campus should be tested at least once per week. The plan for each school can be found on their individual websites and could change based on COVID-19 trends.